Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Huntoon Memorial Field here in Oregon, where tonight the Oregon Panthers are hosting the Monona Grove Silver Eagles for a Badger South Conference battle here in high school girls soccer. Thanks for joining us so much here on OCAmedia Live. We're live on YouTube and around the world, youtube.com/OCAmedia. My name is Zach Seeloff, and I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Guy Pearson. Guy, great to be here with you.
Hi, Zach. It's great to be live, and this is a lot of fun tonight. This should be a really good game.
Beautiful day, and it is the sort of day you hope for. We've had a pretty nasty spring so far, but today it was finally nice enough I actually rode my motorcycle out this way. But let's get to the game. The Panthers right now having a great season. They're sitting on an overall record of 3-0-3. They're 3-0-1 in the Badger South, good enough for second place, just behind Edgewood, who is 4-0 in their conference battles. For Oregon, they defeated Monroe 9-1, tied Sun Prairie 2-2. Defeated Stoughton 4-0. Had a couple of games canceled for weather. Defeated Fort Atkinson 8-0. Then had two ties back-to-back. Madison West tied 0-0 and Watertown tied 1-1. This is a team that when they outclass their opponent, boy, they really outclass them. But they've run into some stiff competition. Sun Prairie, Madison West, Watertown, all ties. And they're going to have to try and sort that out as they move forward into the meat of their conference schedule.
Yes, this will be a challenge. It's interesting that both these teams, their lone blemish in conference is to Watertown. Oregon tying Watertown this week, and Monona Grove last week lost to Watertown. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up. I know Oregon, with being shut out in the first half, or being shut out Oregon in the second half last time against Watertown, hopes to get off to a better start here. The loss to Ashley Hansen last week against Madison West, I think, is certainly an obstacle that the Panthers have to overcome as we head forward towards the end of the season. She's definitely missed. She created a lot of offense for them early, and we hope sounds like it'll be still a couple weeks still before she's back.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's got what they're describing as a floating kneecap, so it sounds like she didn't fully dislocate it, which is good to hear, and she might potentially be back as early as the Milton game, which is taking place 13 days from now. It'll be Thursday, the 17th. But anytime you have an injury like that, you want to take care, you want to rehab it appropriately, you want to make sure you don't end up exacerbating it and doing even more damage. So we sure hope Ashley Hansen is able to recover quickly and get back out onto this field. The team sure values her. 3 goals, 2 assists this season, so 8 total points. She's an anchor as a forward. She's got a great leg, got a ton of speed, and they're going to miss her. But as we look at the rest of this team, they're definitely getting production from other places, most especially sophomore Avery Fanning, 4 goals, 2 assists. But you look up and down the roster, Maddie Sportsmiller, the junior midfielder and forward, 2 goals and an assist. Emma Halverson back in defense has a goal and 2 assists. Sydney McKee, also a defender, 1 goal and 3 assists. And then the play from Malia Moyer, boy, that sophomore goaltender, she spent all of last year as a starter as a freshman due to the Kelly Kubicek injury, and she has continued occupying that starting role in this season, doing a great job for them. Only 3 goals allowed with 8 saves, and that kind of tells you the sort of defensive play that they've had. They have so limited their opponents that she's only had to make 8 saves in 5 games played, 349 minutes of soccer.
The Madison West game last Saturday was interesting. There was basically no activity by either goalkeeper. There really weren't any. There were a couple of saves by Madison West that really counted as saves, but they weren't even significant shots. The game was played almost entirely in the middle of the field. So I think one of the Panthers, really what we want to see, what I'm looking forward to see from the Panthers here is their ability. They're really good when they're able to just blow past and get the speed game past the defense, but to be able to work it through the field and get good shots against a tough defense, I think there still is some work for the Panthers to get past.
And then let's look at the defense that they're going to be facing today. The Monona Grove Silver Eagles, a Badger South Conference battle here tonight. Oregon has put up 24 goals on the season. Now, admittedly, 17 of those goals came in two different games, 9-1 against Monroe, 8-0 against Fort Atkinson. Nevertheless, Monona Grove this season is sitting at 8 goals in total, and until Tuesday of this week, that was at 4 goals. They managed to hang 4 on Monroe in a victory 4-1. Otherwise, only 4 goals previous to that game this season. As we look at their roster, Sequoia Cruz, sophomore, number 19 for them, has 3 of their goals. Otherwise, there's nobody else with more than 1. Their goalie, junior Sophia Wendt, 435 minutes in the net, 7 goals allowed on 12 saves. So this is a team that's obviously looking to win in a defensive style, and to be fair, they have only surrendered 8 goals all season, which is very admirable, but they have had trouble putting goals on the board. And boy, Oregon is an offensively minded team. If they get down, if Monona Grove gets down by, I think, 2 goals or more, they're going to have real trouble digging out of that hole.
Yes, Monona Grove is a young team. They were very young last year. They have 4 returners from the all-conference team last year, but none of them are seniors. So, as you mentioned, Sequoia Cruz, sophomore returner, second team. She's back along with Jensen Resch and Gabby Arnold. They were first teamers. And then Maddie Davis Trower is a sophomore. She's a returner, honorable mention. Looks like the teams are getting ready to come on to the field, and we're about ready to get going here shortly.
Absolutely. Yep, both teams doing the handshake, and then they'll come out. We're going to send you down to the field, and PA announcer Jim Vogt. You're watching OCAmedia's presentation of Oregon Panthers girls soccer. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Huntoon Field for tonight's WIAA Badger South Conference Girls Varsity Soccer match between the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and your Oregon Panthers. Here are tonight's starting lineups. For Monona Grove at midfielder, a junior number 2, Gabby Arnold. At defender, a senior number 3, Jensen Roosh. At midfielder, a sophomore number 5, Malia J-Jeets. At forward, a freshman number 8, Ashley Price. At midfielder, a senior number 9, Jordan Metcalf. At defender, a sophomore number 12, Haley Munns. At defender, a sophomore number 14, Maddie Davis Troller. At defender, a senior number 16, Anna Benitez. At midfielder, a freshman number 18, Vanessa Giolombardo. At forward, a sophomore, number 19, Sequoia Cruz. And in goal, a junior, number 1, Sophie Wendt. The Silver Eagles are coached by Natasha Lippett. And now for your Oregon Panthers. Signing it forward, a senior, number 3, Kaylee Sweeney. At midfielder, a junior, number 4, Maddie Miller. Starting at midfielder, a sophomore, number 6, Brooklyn Kane. At midfielder, a junior, number 7, Katie Isley. Starting at forward, a sophomore, number 9, Avery Fanning. At forward, a senior, number 12, Mara Widency. Starting at defender, a sophomore, number 20, Emma Halverson. At defender, a junior, number 21, Cassie Cluck. At defender, a junior, number 24, Sydney McKee. At defender, a junior, number 25, Jenna Stats. And in goal, a sophomore, number 0, Malia Moyer. Your Panthers are coached by Julie Grutzner. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to America, would you please rise, remove your hats, and join in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who thrust stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Monona Grove High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletics Administrator Mike Carr, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship.
Welcome back, everyone. Zach Seeloff and Guy Pierce here in the booth at Huntoon Memorial Field. Oregon Panthers getting ready to take on the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. You heard the introduction of the starting lineups. We've got a few new players dressing for Oregon today. Number 17, Ellen Legler. Number 26, Liesel Auden. Number 27, Bree Sauer. And number 28, Jenna Bennett. Not normally on the varsity roster, but they're in uniform today and available to play pretty standard starting lineup. The only one that's missing from Oregon that we usually talk about is Ashley Hansen. We discussed her injury. But this is a team that is so deep. We talk about it every game we cover. Coach Krutzner happy to make big-time substitutions all the way up and down the roster. Even losing a player as dynamic as Ashley Hansen, I think they're going to be all right.
Yeah, you just keep bringing in new bodies and seeing who works and looking for combinations. I think they're probably looking for combinations to be able to score and loosen it up a little bit. The last couple games have been a little bit of a challenge.
We'll see if Oregon can get off the schneid, get on the scoreboard against conference rival Monona Grove. We are just about ready to start. Oregon will get the initial kickoff. It's Kaylee Sweeney at the ball as the referee makes sure everyone is ready to go. And we are underway. Drops the ball off, and it is rocketed deep by Katie Isley. And that is how this game begins. 2:45 minutes halves in the girls' game. If you're not familiar with it, clock only stops for injuries or other official timeouts. Right away, we've got an out of bounds, and it'll be an Oregon throw-in. And it looks like Jenna Statz will take that one from in front of the MG bench. Throwing gets past the intended target and is sent back towards midfield. Takes kind of a checkup bounce, and it's Sydney McKee that'll play it for Oregon.
Panthers took an initial effort to put the Silver Eagles on their heels right away by pushing the ball in the offensive area.
Here comes Avery Fanning. Lots of speed. She's able to get there and force that one out of bounds. MG has to play it out off the end line, and that will be a corner kick less than a minute into this game. We'll see who comes up to take it. It looks like it's going to be Emma Halverson coming back from her defensive position. Big left-footed kicker. Lots of leg. And she'll look to get this set play started for the Panthers early here. Four Panthers, five Panthers now coming in. Nice high ball to the back corner. Sydney McKee just misses the header. Boy, what a great loft in, but it does find its way all the way out of bounds as it curls away. Outstanding setup from Halverson, and the Panthers nearly struck early there.
With more corner kicks, there's a perfect opportunity. We can execute. That'll be a goal eventually. Keep executing that.
Definitely. It'll be Sophia Wendt, goaltender for the Silver Eagles, to take the goal kick. Sends a high ball out, doesn't get a ton of distance on it, and it's Katie Isley with the header, but Oregon whistled for a foul, and that'll be a free kick for the Silver Eagles. First 2 minutes have been spent entirely in the Silver Eagles zone, and this is the first time that ball has crossed midfield onto Oregon territory. Silver Eagles tap, and they'll control it there. Look to move it a little bit further down. Nice little step over move by Ashley Price of MG. Forced out of play, and that one is actually going to have gone off MG. Throw in goes to Oregon. Drop the ball in, and it's Isley sending it back to the defense. Clearing attempt is blocked, but now Halverson puts a little air under it, sending it toward Fanning, sent right back in by MG. MG doing a good job clogging up passing lanes. They send this one in toward the box and move it over for Price on that near side.
Quick, let's go, Blue. Get on that ball.
Price challenged that time by Cassie Cluck. It's out of bounds, and that will be a goal kick for Oregon.
Pace up.
Halverson to kick the goal kick.
Oregon.
Low line shot from Halverson. It does get over to Isley, who heads it to midfield. Ball is lost there. And a nice challenge from MG sends it back to the Oregon side. Kaylee Sweeney tripped down hard, and that one's going to be called. Free kick for Oregon coming up, and this will let them set up a nice possession.
So far you can see that Monona Grove is able to match up with us compared to the other conference foes we've played so far here. So far this is a fairly even match.
Yep, early on it doesn't look like either team has a clear advantage. Oregon pushing this one in hard off the free kick, and it's Sydney McKee on that far edge. Nice little move to keep it going forward, and McKee works her way down deeper. Sends one towards the net, and Sophia Wendt wisely gets in front of that. Panthers were coming up on the backside, but Wendt reads the play. She'll deliver the punt.
It was a nice pass across by McKee almost delivered to where the intended target.
Oh boy, right in the head for one of the Oregon players, and the referee's going to blow this one dead and take a look. She took that right off the face, unintentional, obviously, just an unfortunate accident. Referee signaling for
Timeout.
some assistance here.
Injured player on the field is Maddie Schwartzmiller.
It's Maddie Schwartzmiller that took that ball just right off the face at 4:16 here in the first half. Coaches and training staff coming to tend to her. Hopefully she's just shaken up. One of the things that can happen in soccer, and she stayed standing the whole time. She's taking a seat now just to talk to everybody, but you sure hope she's all right.
Yeah, that hard hit from the ball to the head can daze you for a little bit, but I'm sure she's going through the concussion protocol now and to see if she's all right. They're gonna.
It's a nice hand from this crowd as they lead her off. She has to go off because of the officials' timeout. It will require her to head to the bench at least temporarily. And hopefully everything's all right. We'll get a report on her if we can on that a little later. Right now, though, 4 minutes, 16 seconds gone in the first period.
For Oregon,
First half, excuse me. Too used to hockey, first period. Neither team has been able to put a solid one on net. The Panthers had a nice corner kick early that went just over the head of Sydney McKee. We're going to put this one back in play, and it's Cassie Cluck at midfield for the Panthers. Avery Fanning with a nice play with that outside foot. Loose ball held by McKee and moved forward towards Shrimp, but now to the sideline and out of bounds. That'll stick with Oregon.
I think Monona Grove is going to play very conservatively defensively.
And that's what we've seen from a lot of teams playing the Panthers. And you're right, MG steps up there, but a lot of teams playing the Panthers, afraid of their potent offense, have held players back, held them in reserve, and that has limited their offensive opportunities. Cluck again with the throw-in on an out of bounds. It's Caitlin Shrimp to take it. Shrimp, a nice turnaround move, and drops it, and wide open is Fanning here. Fanning's around the defender. She's got a low angle, feeds a cross shot, and a save, second chance, and it's gobbled up.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the Panthers have a 3-on-1 rush. Get 2 shots out of it. What a job by Sophia Wendt of Monona Grove in net, doing a great job for her team there.
Little pinball action.
Absolutely.
That's exactly why.
Cluck in the corner now, going hard for it. Good challenge from MG, but Cluck's able to shield her away and hold that ball. Turns towards the corner, fires it, I think, through the legs and out. That may go as a goal kick. No, I believe this is gonna. What's the signal? Yep, goal kick is the call.
Goal kick.
What a stop, a pair of stops by Sophia Wendt. Having to move post to post and get on that ball.
Yeah, and with Fanning's speed, I know that's why Monona Grove wants to be conservative on defense.
For sure.
She snuck past the defense and created that opportunity.
Yeah, kind of got a step on him almost out of nowhere as MG holds this one defensively. Looks to move it forward, but it's Caitlin Shrimp. A great little tap through the defense there. Sweeney keeps it moving. And it's Katie Isley in the center of the field. Isley steps in front of another, but MG holds. Move it back toward their defenders. This one going, and it's up to Vanessa Gialambardo. Taps it for Price. Price, though, a little strong, and she just takes out Cassie Cluck. Didn't want Cluck to get ahead of that one, and so she drags her to the floor. And that'll be a free kick for Oregon. 6:45 off the clock, still scoreless here in the first half early on. Emma Halverson for the Panthers to deliver this free shot. Gets some nice air on that, sends it toward Isley. Shrimp in the middle, looking to play with it. Great step over move, and Caitlin Shrimp's got some open looks. Feeds it back towards Isley at the top of the penalty area. Isley wanted to go right-footed, but it's taken away and sent far side. Past McKee and move forward, but the back line of the D holds. It's Jenna Stats, and Stats moves it along. Now we've got some open room for the Panthers. Send a high one, and that would have been a great field goal in football. But it's well over the cage here in soccer, out of bounds, and another goal kick for MG.
So I was curious how the surface would would play here today because we've had a significant amount of rain. As you mentioned, we've had a really interesting season with snow outs, and then this week we've had some torrential rain come down. I noticed the baseball fields coming in. We still had some puddles. Looks like the puddles are removed here. There aren't any on the soccer field, but certainly there might be some slippery spots and so forth.
Yeah, the field does seem to be in pretty good condition. They did cancel the JV match today because they were unsure for that time whether it would be okay. And not sure if you heard PA announcer Jim Bach, but Maddie Schwartzmiller, who has the ball, she was the one that took one in the face a little earlier. She's back in the game, so great to see her back participating again. Avery Fanning now sends it forward for Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller in the corner, good step over. Looks to work it by, but now the defense able to clear it out. And out of bounds, throw in for the Panthers. Fanning working towards the middle, now cuts back. And she's got Schwartzmiller, leads one forward, but it's too strong. Loose ball in the middle of the field, gathered up by Sweeney of Oregon. Sweeney, some fancy footwork. She turns the corner, drops it off for Schwartzmiller. Chopped into the center, but the defense is there. MG now working it forward. Tap one along, stopped up by Cluck. Cluck on the defense, wanting to sky this one in. Looking to get a setup, and now she does lift it, but it's well past her teammates and out of bounds. Goal kick for the Silver Eagles.
She got a little bit too far right, I think, from her intended target on that one. And
you could tell she wanted to lead someone forward and kind of double clutched on it. And when she made the decision, just sent it a bit long. A little over 9 minutes off the clock here in the first half. Still scoreless at Huntoon Memorial Field in the Badger South Conference matchup. Oregon versus Monona Grove. Good hustle back by Emma Halverson, and she just kicks it out of play in order to let her defense reset. Throw it will go to the Silver Eagles. Good header from McKee, another header for Oregon, and they keep it moving up that far sideline. MG lets it go out of play, though, and we'll take the throw in. Get it to Madeline Davis-Trawler. She sends it right towards the goal, and coming out is Malia Moyer, easily gathers it up.
So 10 minutes into the game, the Panthers was kind of split the first 4 minutes or so, and then the Panthers had the ball in the offensive area for about 5, and now back in the middle of the field again.
Panthers definitely a good job on the possession. They're a very solid possession team, know how to hang on to the ball. And a nice shield there by Schwartzmiller to let it go out of bounds. She throws it towards Fanning, but that one will come off of Fanning's foot and out of bounds, and now it'll be a throw in for MG. Deep throw in. Nice hard throw and kicked out of bounds. Souvenir for a fan there as it comes towards the bleachers.
You got to throw him back, though.
And another throw in coming. MG looking to reverse this one. Good header again from Oregon. Kaylee Sweeney tries to get up. Instead, it's McKee that's able to lay a foot on. Loose ball. It's headed by MG out of bounds, and Panthers will turn it the other way. Into Schwartzmiller. Guards the ball well, leaves it for Cluck, but too strong out of bounds. MG turning it around. Nice little mid-air kick from Cluck. That sends it into the offensive zone. Hustling back on defense is Haley Munns of MG. She's able to play it out of bounds off of Fanning and get the throw in. Again, Cluck with a solid header there. Fanning establishing position. And she is fouled from behind. Great play by Avery Fanning to get in there, kind of box out, draws the foul, and gets the Panthers a free kick.
There's her speed having an impact in the game again, once again. Speed and quickness.
McKee with a hard shot towards the top of the penalty area. Schwartzmiller plays it in. It's laid out by the defense of Monona Grove. Now Isley in the center of the field. Back to Schwartzmiller. Good step over move. Outside to Fanning. Fanning's got a chance for a cross in here. Winds up and delivers. It's too high and twisting out of play. That'll be a goal kick for Monona Grove. She wasn't really able to set her feet and hit that one, I think, the way she wanted.
Goal kick, Monona Grove.
Yeah, and then whatever wind there is blowing that direction as well, so it may have affected it slightly.
Sophia Wendt, the goalkeeper for MG, delivers the goal kick, stopped up by Sweeney and sent forward. Schwartzmiller gets there first and finds her way to Fanning. Fanning now turns around on it, drops in for Sweeney. Here's Sweeney one-on-one, takes the shot, but lofts it a bit over the crossbar. Kaylee Sweeney from the top of the penalty area there puts a nice shot on, but it's just a bit high.
Goal kick, Monona.
It was close and a good shot. There, test the keeper up high to see how she can react to a ball up there.
13 minutes gone. Panthers starting to generate a little more offense. Kind of a low-line drive kick on the goal kick from Wendt. And the Panthers pick it up. Move it forward here. Mara Widensee battling. Nice job by MG to kick it free out towards their own bench and out of bounds. And that throw-in will be taken by Jenna Stats of Oregon. Nice feed into Widensee here. Widensee around one defender. Feeds one towards the net. And it'll be Sophia Wendt to swallow it up.
So Panthers last few minutes putting some extra pressure on the defense.
Definitely making MG work here on the defensive side, and they fire this one right back in. Good stop by Jenna Roosh of the Silver Eagles to keep that one from going right towards the net. Cassie Cluck at midfield. She finds Fanning near side. Widensee tries to chip one along for Fanning. It's stopped up by the defense. They try to move it near side, but it's too strong out of the reach of Haley Munns of MG, and that'll be a throw-in. Cassie Cluck steps up to take it.
Sir, how are you? Well, good.
Coming to Cluck in the corner. She looks to cross it in, is able to send it all the way to center. There's Katie Isley. Isley tries a shot, but can't get the ball. Good follow-up from the Panthers. They move it in towards center once more. A turn and a fire, and again, just high. Mara Widensee that time with the outside foot, swings 180 degrees and just misses. That was even closer than the Sweeney effort.
Yeah, and Wendt looks not completely comfortable up on that high ball. So
no, you can. It seems like they're targeting it because you're absolutely right. Sophia Wendt, definitely shorter of stature, having trouble reaching all the way up to that gap between her hand and the crossbar. And it looks like the Panthers are trying to exploit that with about 15 minutes gone in this first half. Nice work by Widensee. She's able to get that ball back. Still fighting for it against the MG defense, but a nice step up and kick out. Midfield, that ball held by Sequoia Cruz, leading scorer of the Silver Eagles, but Jenna Stats quickly lofts it back in, and that gives a chance for Widensee. She's on a run as it comes towards the net, and it's going to be gathered by Wendt. Great little loft in by Jenna Stats there. Gave Widensee a chance. Wendt a good active play to come off her line. High bounce on a high kick, headed back towards the MG net by Oregon. Aggressive play from the Panthers, and they're able to hang on to it, drop it back for Stats to move that ball forward. Out of the reach that time of Macy Cox and out of bounds. That should be a throw-in for the Silver Eagles.
So far, Wendt has seen a variety from the Panthers, variety of challenges. So a couple of high balls just went over the goal. A corner kick that just missed. Sydney McKee could have gotten a head on it. It was really going to be a big challenge. And then this one she had to come forward for. So a variety of challenges testing the keeper here in the first 16 minutes.
They sure have it. Boy, that one she turned away not once but twice on a 3-on-1 crossing maneuver was outstanding. MG now holding this one defensively. A great move around that time by Kiana Weigel-Stair. She moves it forward, but the defense of Oregon able to chop it right back. Widensee push from behind, but she sticks with the ball. Drops it into the center of the field. Turned around there by the Silver Eagle defense and back towards midfield. Now on the far edge, Monona Grove working. Nice little challenge by Macy Cox. Can't stop it before it rolls out, but a good job to keep the clearing attempt from happening. And in fact, that one went off of the Silver Eagles, so the throw-in taken by Oregon. Lofted in towards Schwartzmiller. All the way back to the rear defensive line. Send that one along. It's going to be a hard run for Widensee. She won't get there, out of bounds, and an MG throw in near side this time. Be taken by Haley Munns, sophomore of the Silver Eagles. Munns' throw in is spun off ahead, then sent forward again. That looked like a handball, and that is going to be the call. Brooklyn Kane, unintentional, but that one tapped her right in the palm. That'll be a free kick for Monona Grove.
Free kick. Monona Grove.
Taking this free kick is Jenna Roosh, Jr., captain of the Silver Eagles. Roosh lifts a nice one towards the penalty area. That's got a good bounce for them, but a great stop by the Macy Cox who committed that foul. Excuse me, by Brooklyn Kane. And the battle continues near midfield. Kane aggressive in the pursuit on defense. This one kicked out by MG, and that'll favor Oregon. Get a couple of Oregon subs as well with 18 minutes off the clock, still scoreless. Oregon
Now
taking
in
on
for
MG.
Oregon, Caitlin Shrimp and Alexis Kane.
Alexis Kane getting her first action. Caitlin Shrimp also checking back into the game. Throw in goes towards Shrimp. She's going to battle here on the near side. Hard challenge against Haley Munns, but it is off of Shrimp's shins and out of bounds, and Munns will take that throw. Referee signaling where he wants her to take it. Now we're ready to go. Out of bounds. That time off of Cassie Cluck. And now MG has a throw in nice and deep in Oregon territory. Munns, a nice lofted shot here. Good header out. Chip back towards Moyer, and she's going to come out and just swallow it up.
It was a nice lofted shot, however, no Silver Eagle was able to run under it, so it was thwarted.
And I could see MG attacking Moyer in the same way that Oregon has attacked Went. Moyer also not the tallest person on the field. It's got to be hard for her to get all the way up to the crossbar. That time, though, just didn't have the energy on it that they wanted. Ball rolling toward that far edge. It's out of play. We'll get another sub and an Oregon throw-in.
Now in for Oregon, Chloe Krause.
It's interesting to consider the common opponents for these two teams. Both have played Fort Atkinson. Monona Grove defeated Fort Atkinson 1-0 back on April the 12th. Oregon defeated Fort Atkinson 8-0 here on April 26th. So quite a different outcome there. Caitlin Shrimp now trying to make a run up this near side. Step for step with the defender, but able to poke it out is Vanessa Gialombardo. Shrimp steps right up and makes a hard throw, and that one comes into the scoring area, but poked out by a good MG defense. They drop it back, and now this one's going to be taken by Emma Krause. Tries to move it all the way across. Alexis Kane getting there, looks to turn on it. Nice move by Kane. She's got a chance to cross this one in. Kane still battling for this ball, but MG forces it forward. Out of bounds, however. Oregon throw-in. But yeah, as I mentioned, Panthers defeat Fort Atkinson 8-0. Silver Eagles defeat them 1-0. And then in terms of Watertown, the Silver Eagles lost to Watertown 0-1 on April 26th. The Panthers tied Watertown 1-1 on April 30th. Hard to really read the tea leaves on either of those contests in terms of common opponents, given how different they were.
Yeah, I think they also played Monroe too, right? As well here. I think
they defeated Monroe 4-1. The Panthers defeated Monroe 9-1.
So a little bit, I think what I read into that a little bit is probably the little bit more conservative play that the Monona Grove plays by. Perhaps could also be a little bit differential in talent, perhaps, but we need to prove it here on the field in this game.
Caitlin Shrimp with a nice crossing shot, nearly followed up by Kane, again pursued, but knocked clear by the defense. Oh man, a great crossing effort from Caitlin Shrimp, and now the Silver Eagles want to move this one forward. Boy, they launch one out. Emma Halverson will turn around on that one. Halverson ahead to Cluck, good patience.
It was an effort to get the pressure off of their defense to just send it down.
Yep, Krause picks it up. Shrimp tries to one-touch it back to her. MG able to hold possession and now send it along. Nice header from Halverson. Great little pop-up play. And the Panthers continue to hold on defense. Nice move by the Panthers there, and now following this one is Maddie Schwartzmiller. Back to midfield, and the Panthers look to set up a more stable possession. Halverson to the far side, and they accelerate it along. Panthers, no, they cannot hold it in. That is out of bounds. We'll get some substitutes and a Silver Eagle throw it.
Now in for Monona Grove, Ashley Price.
22:50 gone, just over halfway through this first half, still scoreless. Oregon has had a number of solid chances. Sophia Wendt and her defense on Monona Grove have done a nice job turning those away. Monona Grove yet to really generate a legitimate scoring chance of their own. Hoping to do so here.
Yeah, they've had a few possessions
Now in for
on
Oregon,
offense, but
Avery
nothing,
Fanning.
like you say, nothing definitely putting fear in the Panther defense. But nonetheless, we got to keep the ball on the right side of the field here.
She tries to play that one out. A little come together as it moves out of bounds, and it will be the Silver Eagles' ball. Panther defense, a nice turnaround. Immediately swatted back, but stopped up again by the orange and white. Cassie Cluck near side, pinches one hard against the defense of Jordan Metcalf. Out of bounds, and Cluck takes the throw in.
Also in
Lofts
for
one up.
Oregon, Hannah
Good back
Rohrer.
header. Big collision there, lots of arms flying, but the Panthers come out with it. It's Avery Fanning, great little one touch, and here we go. It's a run for the Panthers. Macy Cox trying to get there, but Sophia Wendt again, aggressive coming off of her line and makes another nice play.
She's been in command back there, even in difficult times.
She is playing very, very well for MG as the Panthers move it to Caitlin Shrimp on the near side here. Shrimp taps ones for Fanning. Fanning looking to turn around. Steps back, and she eludes two different defenders as she moves to the corner. Drops one in. The Panthers stick with it. Kick it towards Shrimp. And it's just going to be forced out by the Silver Eagles.
Number 18 in Oregon.
Panthers drop it in, look for a cross attempt from Cluck. Instead, she drops forward. They do cross it into center, but MG is there. Cluck stops it up. Looks for another cross. A nice high pass, but it's too strong. All her players were closer in. And MG gathers on the far edge. Panthers manage to step in front of another ball. Keep this one on the offensive side. Pass in is partially blocked and out of bounds. Throw in all the way down in that far corner. Throw goes towards that corner. Both players battle for it, and this will stay with Oregon out of bounds. Battle for position here. Both players trying to get by. A high one is lofted out. It's stopped up, though, by the Panthers, and they retain. Drop it back for Cluck midfield. Shrimp now near side. One touch pass on the give and go. Shrimp's got a step. Works her way to the outer edge. Now turns back, puts it on the left foot. Crossing attempt inside, broken up by the defensive MG. Aggressive challenge from Monona Grove, and now they launch a hard one down, and they're in a foot race. Panthers, though, have the step, and it'll be Chloe Krause that's able to push it out. Excuse me, that was Alexis Kane pushing that one out of bounds. A nice entry attempt from Monona Grove. Good positioning from Kane to keep them from getting it.
Now in for Monona Grove, Allison Gibbons.
Haley Munns will take this
And
throw
in
in near
for
side for the Silver
Oregon,
Eagles.
Brooke Johnson.
Both teams getting their players in position. Loft one in. It actually goes over the intended target towards the net. Kicked away by the Panthers again, but held, and it's Munns. Her pass, though, out of bounds. Miscue there, and the Panthers have a throw in. Good header from Caitlin Shrimp. Fanning pulls off to let Kane go after this one. MG moves it across into the center of the field. Referee managed to evade, and now they've got a look here in the center. What a move from behind. Aggressive play from the Panthers midfielders. Another challenge keeps it away. They keep trying to move it in, and another solid challenge. The Panthers' defense looking good, and here they go the other direction. Avery Fanning's got some speed. She's got the ball. She's got a step through the wickets as she goes towards the net. Sophia Went gets there in time. Boy, she put that ball right through the legs of Jenna Roosh. And it's Sophia Went being aggressive again that keeps that from being a scoring opportunity. How about the speed on Avery Fanning?
That opportunity set up by Emma Krause on a good defensive move. Got that ball open, but Fanning took it from there and almost created her own shot.
She sure did. Panthers whistled for a foul there. That'll be a free kick for Monona Grove. Guilty of the foul was Chloe Krause. Low line kick coming in. Panthers play it one-footed. Kane tries to get in the way, and that one will head out of bounds and be a throw-in for MG.
Now in for Monona Grove, Anna Benitez. And in for Oregon, Katie Isley.
MG trying to generate a solid scoring chance. Haven't yet had one in 28.5 minutes of play here in the first half. Throwing gets a little confused. Defense able to keep it away from the net. Turn it out of bounds, and another throw in for the Silver Eagles. In the shadow of the Panthers bench, they do launch it ahead. Again out of bounds, again off of Oregon. And we'll get a sub here for MG.
Now in for Monona Grove, Vanessa Gialombardo.
Nice crossing attempt there from MG. Malia Moyer, though, just has to take one step off the line, and she gathers for the Panthers.
Saved by Moyer.
Moyer with her first stop of the game. Nice, solid punt right out to the midfield line. Good chop back in, though, by MG. And it's a foot race to the ball. Oregon winning, and a great play from Brooklyn Kane. Sending it ahead, Shrimp one taps it, and the Panthers keep it moving. And who else? It's Avery Fanning on that near side once again in a foot race with Roosh. Roosh takes it out, lets her defenders get back in position. The Panthers have a nice deep throw in with 30 minutes off the clock here in the first half. Still scoreless out here at Huntoon Memorial Field. MG just had their first shot on goal moments ago as the Panthers drop in here in the MG zone. Cassie Cluck trying to hold this. It's out of bounds, and they managed to knock it off of Cluck's foot, and so that will be a throw in for the Silver Eagles. Good header from the Panthers. Great stop by Cluck. Hannah Rohrer into the middle of the field. The Panthers control there. Chip it all the way to the far side, but this one's going to be gathered up by Anna Benitez of the Silver Eagles. Her shot off of the Panthers and out of bounds. She'll get the throw in far side. Tap back by the Panthers, but out of bounds once more, and again another throw in.
Certainly the possession has been led by the Panthers so far in the game, first 31 minutes, but certainly it doesn't, there's opportunities, or it shows that Monona Grove could get a break and get an easy goal. We have to continue to be careful with the ball.
Yeah, this is definitely a very solid defensive team, and in particular the goaltending of MG has been outstanding. Panthers can't take this one for granted. Katie Isley fighting for this ball in the middle of the field. Silver Eagles able to turn it back around. Very good ball handling. We haven't seen from some of the other Oregon opponents the quality of ball handling that we've seen from MG tonight. They really handle that well on the foot. Now they launch a hard one in here, and it's Emma Halverson on the D-line to take it. Halverson scoots it along that far edge, and it's out of bounds. Another Monona Grove throw-in. We've got a handball here, and I believe that was against, or no, that was against MG. So the Panthers, the beneficiary of that. This will be a free kick for them. Just under 13 minutes to play in this first half.
Free kick, Oregon.
So this Monona Grove team is certainly capable. They were eliminated last year in the sectionals here on Huntoon Field in the sectional semis. 3-0 here. They'd certainly like to get back, but they're certainly capable. They got to this point last year, and actually they have 4 players back that are all conference players. So this team, this batch of the Silver Eagles is certainly competent and capable with a year under their belt.
Panthers fouled from behind. They get the free kick, send it aggressively in. Avery Fanning trying to get to that far edge before Jenna Roosh does. Roosh, though, grabs the ball first and fires it out of bounds off of
Now
the
in for overtime,
outer fence.
Kaylee Sweeney.
Panthers get a couple of subs and they'll get a throw in.
Morgan Hansen.
Kaylee Sweeney here near, far side, working in the corner there. Challenge from MG. They're able to put it a little further on, but the Panthers still retain. Work their way back to hold possession. Halverson now chops it back in. There's Sweeney right on the edge of the box. Sweeney fighting for it. Defense knocks it out, and again a throw in for the Panthers. Sweeney back towards the defensive line. It's Halverson. She's going to little step over move and now turn around on this one. Sweeney tried to hold that one in, but it shanked off her foot out of bounds, and now MG will throw it the other way. A little bit of confusion there on the Panthers of who should take this one, but they've got it now. It's Cassie Cluck. She's being challenged from behind, but she gets rid of it in time, and Fanning near side leads it forward. Pushed hard from behind was Brooke Johnson. These Panther fans wanted a call, but nothing doing. It's out of bounds, and MG will get the throw in on the near side. Nice little ninja kick there, and the Panthers hold it middle of the field. Good chop, though, by the MGD. They take over.
Down the line.
Aggressive play from Hannah Rohrer. She's making use of her minutes here, mixing it up in the middle of the field. This one goes back to Morgan Hansen. Hansen challenged on both ends here by the Silver Eagles. Elects to drop it back, and turned around now is Allison Gibbons. Gibbons working her way through the defense, being shadowed. Now she works to the corner, sends it to the middle of the field. It's past Katie Isley towards the Oregon bench. Nice aggressive run from Alexis Kane, and she kicks it out near the referee's cubicle there. Throw-in will go to MG. Panthers in a bend but don't break kind of style. They'll run with their opponent. They just won't let them get in on a good look. It's a high lofted ball out of bounds on the edge, and that'll be a goal kick for Oregon.
Goal kick, Oregon.
Less than 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Still scoreless. Neither team able to find the back of the net.
Now
Yeah,
in
we'd like to
for
change that here in these
Oregon,
next 9
Jenna
minutes.
Sure would. You'd love to go into the half with a lead. Good shield by the Panthers. Played off the hip of Sweeney. Work it up to her at midfield. Tries to throw on the run. A great breakup by the defense of MG. That one had a chance for it in terms of being a dangerous opportunity. Now here is Sweeney. Speaking of dangerous, she leaves for Fanning. Fanning's going to get to that ball, and she's going to try and center this one. From the corner, Fanning lights it up, sends it right into the middle. Header, and it's just over the crossbar. Oh, what a beautiful centering shot from Avery Fanning. The header was on target, just a bit high, and that's the third time we've seen the Panthers go just over that crossbar.
Yeah, and another one where, I think if it goes below, it's a goal.
I think so. I think that one, if it is just a little bit shorter, is definitely a score for these Panthers. As it is, though, 36-53 showing as we count up towards 45 in the first half. Both teams scoreless. Panthers middle of the field. It's Sweeney taken off her foot and sent near side. That one for Gia Lombardo. Gia Lombardo with a step, and here she goes. Working on Cluck. Lombardo into the middle of the field, this time for Gibbons, but it's fired back with some authority, and behind the defense is going to be Sweeney one-on-one. Sweeney, a nice move towards the center, but this one going to be picked up. She stays with it. Sweeney blocks up another one. She's got a chance. Tackled from behind, and Went is able to stop it. Oh my goodness.
Save.
Kaylee Sweeney keeps her feet there as she tangles up with the defender. I tell you,
She could have just gotten her foot on it.
if she had just stumbled and gone down, I think she probably gets that penalty call.
That might be true.
Here comes Fanning on another run here, being shielded away, and a nice defensive effort by Haley Munns sends this one out on the near edge. But boy, Kaylee Sweeney, twice I thought she was going to lose that ball well before Sophia Went managed to cover it, and she just stuck with it.
Last second, if she just got a toe on it, like you said, if she goes down, it might have been called a foul. Referees a lot of times don't like to call that in the box, but it could have happened. But if she just gets a toe on that ball, she lifts it over the goalie.
What a play by Sweeney there. This one working into center. It's Katie Isley, pops it up on the header. Nice play by the defense, but this one taken by Rohrer. Rohrer outside now to Fanning on the near edge. Fanning's around the D, and she works to the corner. Taps it in, it's Isley. Isley drops it back off. Look for the left-footed shot, not going to take it, and here comes MG the other way. They lift one along, and this is Allison Gibbons. Gibbons aggressively challenged from behind. Panthers get in the way, and then leave it off for Morgan Hansen. Great play from the senior defender. Now it's Avery Fanning. Yeah, outstanding positioning work from Hansen. Ahead to Sweeney. Sweeney's got a step on one defender. Nice crossover move. She leaves it ahead. Challenge from Widensee and a stop by Went. Oh my, Mara Widensee with a kick again. I can't say it enough. Sophia Went comes off the line so aggressively. She takes away the angle. It doesn't give you what you need. Aggressive and solid goaltending play.
That was perfect. Goalkeeping play there. She knew exactly where to go and how to take away the angle, as he said.
Just what you need to do there. The Panthers will get a near side throw, and if you're hockey fans, you saw how to do that wrong. Capitals Penguins. Braden Holtby came out of the net and left about the left half of the net open. Lucky for him, Yevgeny Malkin rang it off the post instead of putting it in. There, Sophia Went cuts the angle perfectly. Doesn't give Mara Widensee anything to look at as MG throws in on the near edge. Hannah Rohrer challenges aggressively, but it's out of bounds. And another throw in for the Silver Eagles with 5 minutes to play in this half. Rohrer again challenging, and that one out of bounds off of MG. It'll be Morgan Hansen to take the throw in for Oregon.
Now in for Oregon, Bree Sauer.
We certainly dominated the opportunities. We'd certainly feel a lot better going into halftime if we put one in the back of the net.
You would love to get one to go here. Drop it in. Kaylee Sweeney, we've got a whistle from the official. And we're going to signal a foul against Oregon here. Well, no, excuse me. Oh, I believe the player that was substituted for had not yet gotten off the field. So we're going to do the throw in again. Throw in for the Panthers. It's out of bounds. Off of MG once more. They'll take the throw in. Haley Sweeney tries to punt it back over her head. Instead, MG sends it out to midfield. Oh, what a stop by the Panthers. The body block coming from Brooklyn Kane. And now they turn it around, and it's Bree Sauer. Sauer in the corner. Oh, and she falls right on top of the ball, and that's going to be a handball. Just lost the plant, and it's what you were talking about at the top of the broadcast, guys. Still a little bit wet out there, and her plant foot just slides out.
Monona Grove.
Not able to stick it as tight as she wanted.
Yep. So it's good we haven't seen too much of that.
Nope, no. For the most part, the footing's been good, but there, unfortunately, Bree Sauer tackled by the turf monster. Nice job by Katie Isley, sort of a jumping out of that ball. Chopped in once more, and again left forward. Sauer again. Sauer looks to get it past Munns on the defense. Munns elects to tap it out of bounds, and that will hold for Oregon. Just over 3 minutes to go in this half. Morgan Hansen to take the throw in. Hansen drops it in. It's Isley. Isley tries to leave it back. Hansen working to get there. She does, and shields that ball. Sends it back to Sauer. Sauer for Sweeney. Knocked out a play that time by Madeline Davis-Troller. And Sweeney will take the throw in. Throw into Isley. Isley working on that edge. Tapped out, and it's a corner kick. That will be a set play for the Panthers. 2.5 minutes to go. Boy, they were this close on a corner kick that came about a minute into the game. Now they've got 2.5 minutes in this half, and they get a second bite at the apple.
We want this one. Yeah, this is the time. This is the time to get your goal before half.
McKee nearly had the header on it. She is not on the field at present. Have to rely on some of the shorter players. See if they can get involved. Halverson, left-footed. Bombs one in, got a liner on it. Nice header from MG defense, but we'll take that goal kick again. Exactly 2 minutes to play now, still scoreless in the first half.
Halverson.
Again, it's a very conservative play by Monona Grove, knocking it over the end line and letting them regroup and try it again instead of trying to play it.
Yep, I think MG just wants to go into this half still scoreless. They've got 3 players in the net along with the goalkeeper, Sophia Wendt. A low line drive this time, again headed out aggressively by the defense. Followed up though, chopped towards the net, it's curling. Wendt loses track of that one, knocked away, it's still loose in front. Defense gets on top and pokes it out, but another corner kick coming. Boy, Sophia Wendt makes a nice stop, and then her defense bails her out, gathers up that rebound.
It was living dangerously there.
That sure was. Sophia Wendt took some contact on that play, gets up a little gingerly too, trying to stretch that right leg, it looks like. We've got 1:05 to play. Wendt clearly favoring a leg, and we are going to get an official's timeout here with 1:02 to play to check on Wendt. So a stoppage here. We're going to bring the coaching and training staff in just to make sure that she's all right.
After she made that initial touch on the ball and couldn't get control of it, then she had some body contact in there, and I think she just shaken up a little bit.
Yep. Nope, we're not going to bring the coaches on. She's good to go. Halverson delivers another line drive towards the net. Falling in are the Panthers. It's still up high. They get it out and get it to Sweeney. Sweeney sends it to Halverson. Halverson sends one towards the net, and it's gathered up by Wendt with 45 seconds to go in the half. So
she was extra secure to pull that one in.
She sure was. The Panthers try and try and try, but just cannot get it past this very tough junior goalie in Sophia Wendt. With 30 seconds to go, it looks like we'll probably head in scoreless, but the Panthers are making one last push. Here's Sweeney at the corner. Turns around, but hangs with the ball. Great crossing attempt. It's Katie Isley chasing after it. Will she get there in time? She will not. Out of bounds for the goal kick. Sweeney doing everything she can here to generate offense.
Monona Grove. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Well, it's been an interesting and exciting first half, but no
sure
scores
has. One, and there we go. There is the whistle. And we go into the half 0-0. Oregon versus Monona Grove here at Huntoon Memorial Field. And Guy, it definitely felt like the field was tipped towards MG's side in the same way that we've seen in other games that the Panthers have had. But between Sophia Wendt and a very, very competent defense, the Silver Eagles have managed to keep the ball out of the back of their net, but they haven't generated a whole lot of offense on their own, and you've got to figure 45 more minutes of that is going to see the Panthers at least get one.
Yeah, you would think so. And one thing I know that'll be different about the second half versus the first is the Panthers have a tendency to come by the right, from the right side of the goal. And now that'll be the Sun field. Wendt will have to look into the sun when she's fielding those balls, so she might be a little bit slower because we've got the sun setting right now. The time of the game leads to that. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
That's very true if the Panthers do continue to attack on the right. So it'll be, for them, it'll be the far side of the field when we switch sides at the half. That could definitely become a factor. If you're MG, what do you change up in the second half to try and get the ball back on the Oregon side a little bit more? They played great defense, but boy, they played an awful lot of defense in that half.
Yeah, they do, and I think they're actually going to, if they can't make their breaks on their own. I noticed that they've just been kicking it out to give their defense a little bit of a break. If they can convert those to an opportunity, perhaps to send one or two faster players at the right time, maybe they can get a goal. Otherwise, they're going to be playing defense the majority of the time.
For sure. All right, folks, you're watching OCAmedia's presentation of Oregon Panthers girls soccer. This program is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. Those sponsors include the Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, Bill's Food Center, proudly offering a wide... Sorry about that. Hit the wrong headset there. Bill's Food Center, proudly offering a wide selection of the finest meats and freshest produce since 1978. The William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care, and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza, a little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonAthleticBoosters.com for details. And finally, Oregon Youth Basketball, providing opportunities for athletes to play in a safe and educational environment. We really appreciate you tuning in, whether you're watching us live on YouTube now or sometime later, either on YouTube or on Oregon Cable Channel, Charter Cable Channels 983 and 984. Visit us on the web at OCAmedia.com. For right now, we're going to take a break, and we will be back. This is OCAmedia's presentation of Oregon Panthers girls soccer.
It's going to be the last one, I know. Easier looking this one. That's true.
Welcome back, everyone. Zach Seeloff and Guy Pearson here at Huntoon Memorial Field. About a minute and a half left to go in the intermission period. Scoreless after one half, and that is thanks in large measure, Guy, to Sophia Wendt, the junior goaltender for Monona Grove. 7 goals on 12 saves. I think if you just looked at that in isolation, you would say, boy, I don't know. Maybe not the strongest goaltender, but boy, you watch her in net tonight. She has been sharp as a tack and doing a lot of work to keep Oregon off the scoreboard.
Well, there have been a couple in particular that if she didn't play them quite perfectly, they would have been in the back of the net. We've seen that she perhaps is a little bit tested when the ball goes up above to the top of the goal. So I think the Panthers will be served well if they can continue to try to get it up there. Fortunately, or hopefully below the crossbar instead of above.
Well, and that's something I've been thinking about for the second half. They lost to graduation their powerful striker, Holly Kabord, who last season could knock it in from 10, 20 yards outside of the penalty area and could go high. I think the person whose foot you wanted on here for that kind of a shot is Sydney McKee. And we'll see if they can bring her up from the defensive ranks, play a little bit of a midfielder role, have someone cover back for her, or if they decide, to stick with what they're doing. It's not like they're not generating offense. They've just come into a goalie who is hot.
Yep, it helps they have that strong leg. Maddie Schwartzmiller also has a pretty strong leg as well. So it's just about getting the ball on their foot. Clearly, Sweeney and Feeney, Avery Fanning both have given Monona Grove fits so far. So we'll see how the second half shapes up.
We are underway here. 20 seconds off the clock. We'll play to 90 minutes or potentially longer if we have a little bit of stoppage time. The Panthers working it inside, but it's hard off the shins of Sweeney. And the throw-in goes to Monona Grove. Monona Grove in blue with the white stripes. Oregon in their home whites with the orange numerals. Monona Grove going left to right in this half. Oregon right to left. Long throw-in and a nice header from MG. But that'll be taken by Emma Halverson. Halverson just an anchor on this defense. Very solid and a nice play to Rohr. Moves it ahead to Sweeney. Sweeney keeps it going, and the Panthers turn it around towards the offensive end. High lofted shot from Sweeney. That one's stopped up by Rouge, but the Panthers keep it going. It's over Rouge's foot, and then turned around by the last line of defense. Rohr takes it back once more, and it's Sweeney midfield. She'll let that one go past to Macy Cox. Cox challenges hard, and it's spun into the bleachers. Out of bounds, and an MG throw-in coming, this time from Haley Munns.
My halftime comments about the sun being in Went's eyes in the second half. Right now we've got a cloud, one cloud right in front of the sun.
Yeah, as you look out, it's clear blue sky, and then the one cloud, which is providing some nice shade. I have to admit, I'm not too bothered about it because the sun is in our face too. Here's Katie Isley as she runs it forward. Fanning, look at Fanning racing up. She's going to get there, crosses it in. Sweeney trying to get to it. It spins off. Isley with the chance now, sends towards the net. It's past the corner, though, and out of bounds. Isley turned just a little too hard on that one, and the goal kick is coming. And do we have a new goaltender, or is it just a new jersey? I believe that's still Sophia Went, but she's wearing a different jersey. Yep, still number 1. So Went changes jerseys at the half, trying to get whatever edge she can, I suppose. Here's the goal kick, low liner, doesn't get very far, and it's stopped up by the Panthers in the person of Emma Krause. Krause lets it go back to Fanning, and they work it into the defensive line. Now Fanning again, and she'll launch one forward for Sweeney. Sweeney in a foot race. I don't think that's going to make the end line, and Sweeney's going to get there. Good turnaround move. We've got an offside signal. Oh, man, all the way at the edge. And she gets tagged for the offsides.
I think that was called over the line.
Was that called out of bounds?
Yeah,
Got it.
I
Okay.
think so.
I was wondering, I'm like, how could that really be offside? So out of bounds, and it's a goal kick. Nice turnaround smash from MG. Settle it down at midfield, but the Panthers step right up and turn it back. Good work in the middle here as they drop it over for Isley. MG, though, grabs possession. Chips it far side. Panthers try to turn it around, but it's out of bounds, and an MG throw-in coming. 48-22 showing on the clock.
Now that cloud has moved out of the way.
Boy, has it. I have some purple spots here. Panthers able to grab that throw-in. Nice hard shot forward. Good move, and they cross it in. Sweeney trying to get there. Munns is going to grab it first. Her shot, though, shanks a little bit towards the Panther bench. Great header, and here come the Panthers. Lifted shot to Sweeney. Sweeney turns it around, and the Panthers are behind the D. And offsides. That time it was offsides.
We had 2 players offsides on that before when she left.
That's such a tough thing when you've got an opportunity like that to settle yourself down and not charge ahead. Panthers called for the offsides, and it'll be a free kick from MG. Taking it is Jensen Roosh. Katie Isley steps right in front of it, fires it back toward the Oregon bench. Roosh just lets it go out of play, and she'll take the throw in.
You know, right now the Panthers are just anxious to get that goal, get that first goal, break the tie. So just have to be a little bit patient, though, on those breaks.
Yep, they don't have to do anything other than what they were doing in the first half. Don't have to try and do something crazy because they were generating plenty of offense. A nice blocked shot there on the crossing attempt. Roosh getting her body in the way and keeps that one from going through, but the Panthers take the throw in. They'll try it again. Good poke that time for the defense, but we're going to get a foul. That foul going against Anna Benitez. And so the Panthers in good position here. A nice free kick spot.
Went has to look into the sun to field this.
She does.
Well.
She's looking right at the sun. And who else? It's Sydney McKee to take this one. Boy, McKee can strike right from there if she wants to. Panthers set up for, nope, we're going to have Halverson take it. We're going to put McKee on the line. So Panthers with 5 players on the edge of the penalty box. Emma Halverson to take this kick. Referee walking back the wall of Monona Grove. Halverson with that left-footed look, going to give her an advantage from where she's shooting from. Steps up, lofts a nice high one in. Panthers charge after it. It's loose in the middle. They settle it down, turn and fire from Fanning. That shot is blocked. Krause now getting it. She'll tap it back to the defense. It's Isley moving it across. Cluck from the defensive position sends forward for Sweeney, but out of bounds, and an MG throw-in. Again, a solid defensive effort from MG. They stiffen when they need to and keep Oregon from getting a good look.
Just got to remain patient and take advantage of the opportunities that are given to us.
Throw-in comes. The Panthers immediately take over. Cross that one into Fanning. Fanning, a one-touch, and coming off her line is Went, recognizing the danger, and she'll gather it up. Something I have noticed all the teams we've covered when they play Oregon, their throw-ins tend to get picked off a lot. And I don't know if it's that Oregon just has that much better positioning or if they're not doing what they need to do to maintain possession, but Oregon is the beneficiary of a lot of throw-ins from the other team. And that's going to be a foul against MG on the way out of bounds, and this will be a throw-in for Oregon. Good turnaround on the ball. Yeah, just an out of bounds.
The schooling that the Panthers players have gone through the youth programs and so forth certainly prepares these players for high school soccer.
Yeah, I
Get
think
some of the advantage on those throw-ins that you talk about.
definitely confusion from Sequoia Cruz there. She thought it was her throw-in. It was not. It was a Panther throw-in. And now Roosh with a nice swat out past midfield all the way to the defensive line of the Panthers. McKee takes it, moves it to the far edge. MG will grab it there. They guide it out of play, and with 52:28 showing on the clock, Panthers to throw it in. Cross it over midfield, but the loose ball picked up immediately. Great block by Kaylee Sweeney, but it's Roosh in the center that grabs it and taps it along. Right back to center, and this time taken by Macy Cox. Cox had a little trouble settling it down, and that allows MG to loft one forward, and now it's going to be Sequoia Cruz. She's their most dangerous scorer. Cruz centers one in, and what a header by Sydney McKee. Sydney McKee right out of midair, got it on the crown of her head and cleared it out. An excellent centering pass from Sequoia Cruz goes for naught thanks to the defense of Sydney McKee.
Nice defensive play. One thing's for sure is you can't let your guard down, even though you're dominating possession, because it just takes one quick loose ball in the wrong direction and you're behind.
Absolutely. McKee that time patient, waits for it and puts a good kick on. Sends it further out. Turning on this ball is Davis Trawler. Her pass picked off. Macy Cox with a nice clear towards Avery Fanning. Roosh in the center sends it along, and we're ping-ponging a little bit here. Neither team able to get a solid possession. Sweeney puts a little pressure on. And at midfield, it's Isley. Isley to Fanning. Fanning's got Sweeney. Taps it along. Here's Sweeney. Sweeney's got one to beat. She's got Fanning with her. Hard off the defense. Will this get to the end line? It does, and that will be a goal kick for Oregon with 54 minutes on the clock.
This is a fortunate bounce and roll past the end line.
Nice.
Well, now this will be really interesting with the sun in Went's eyes on this corner kick.
Absolutely, and Sydney McKee has stepped up along with 4 of her teammates. Katie Isley at a midfield position and 3 defenders back a little further. Left-footed shot coming from Halverson. Bends it in on a high angle. Knocked out by the defense and played along. Sequoia Cruz ties up, not able to hold it. Hard off the head that time of the Panthers, Emma Krause. Let the Panthers stick with it, and here's Katie Isley. Halverson, far side. Panthers lofted in. There's Sweeney in the middle. Sweeney mixing it up, working her way. She goes down hard. Got some Panther fans that wanted a call, nothing doing.
That could have been called. It could have gone either way. I mean, the referee wanted to let the score be, or let the game be played and scored on the field, and not be decided by a referee's decision. But boy, that was awfully close there in the box.
Sophia went another nice stop, and yeah, the Silver Eagles emerge unscathed. Now we're leading Macy Cox down the field into the corner. Jensen Roosh gets there first. Cox blocks the shot, but it's out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick as we get a couple of subs. 55.5 minutes on the clock. 32.5 to go, still scoreless out here at Huntoon Memorial. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. Whether you're watching us live or you're watching an archive of this broadcast, you can interact with us at our website, OCAmedia.com. Visit our YouTube channel. Search for OCA Media there on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitter and Facebook, and you can send us our your game day photos with the hashtag OCA Game Day on your favorite social media platform. 56 minutes on the clock as Katie Isley holds it in the center of the field. She's got 4 players up ahead of her. Pass is initially blocked, but she does a great job to stick with it. Tries to drop it back for Rohrer. MG turns on at midfield. There's Sequoia Cruz, but the Panthers will grab it. And they'll hang on, moving near side for Brooklyn Kane. Back to Rohrer again. Rohrer, a nice put through the middle for Sweeney. Sweeney sends all the way to the far edge for Cassie Cluck, who moves it up and finds Widensee. Widensee trying to get into the corner here. Pushes ahead, forces it out off of the MG player, and we'll get the throw in. Panthers forced to work back. Silver Eagles defense putting pressure on. In the middle, it's Rohrer. Fanning working through the center of the field. Has to tap it ahead, and this one chipped out. Sweeney hustling there. Looking to get that edge. She's able to. Step around move, and she drops it in. Centering pass towards Fanning is kicked out by the defense of the Silver Eagles.
Looks like the Silver Eagles have stepped up the physical side of their defensive game a little bit here in the second half. So trying to wear us down or wear our attack down.
Defense of the Silver Eagles holds that one. It's Jensen Roosh, and she knocks it out of play. It'll be a deep throw-in coming from Brooklyn Kane of the Panthers. Kane fires a low one in. They drop it back to her on the give and go. Looks to cross it. Nice move around the defense. Sends a low one in, and an offsides call.
She just slipped past the defense, I guess.
Yep, and Jensen Roosh of the Silver Eagles will take the free kick. Roosh, a solid effort. Brooklyn Kane with some nice pressure here. That one out of bounds, and it will stick with MG. Gabrielle Arnold gives it off to Munns. Nice header back to Munns, and a good hold in, but coming right from behind her is Kaylee Sweeney. Tapped out by Cruz, and Sweeney will take the throw, looking to turn around hard. We get a whistle and a substitution. Sweeney sensing some open space there for Fanning. Wanted to get that quick throw, but subs were waiting, so we'll get them in.
Monona Grove, Allison Gibbons and Larissa
If you're more familiar
Molstad.
with the professional soccer ranks, you know that substitutions are a one and done. Here in the high school game, though, we want to get everyone in, get some participation, so folks can substitute in and out at will. Good clear there by MG, but a nice step in from Kane. Doesn't allow Cruz to get a free one, but this will be a throw-in for MG. High throw-in. Header by Kane, and it's McKee that takes it deep in the Panthers zone. McKee looking to move around, and she gets the throw-in. Nice,
Nicely
solid
played
work.
off.
Absolutely. Gives it ahead to Fanning. Fanning working on Munns. Munns now has got that one, and she dishes it back to Arnold. Nice little pick-off from Fanning, and Fanning sends it along. It's Caitlin Shrimp, and Shrimp has a step here with Jensen Roosh. Roosh taps it forward. Was that off of Roosh or off of Shrimp? Shrimp acting like it was off of her, and it was. It'll be the Silver Eagles to throw it back in. We're about 2/3 of the way done in this game. 60 minutes gone. We've got 30 more minutes to play. Still scoreless. Neither team able to break out here. Aggressive entry from MG is attempted, but solid headers from the Panthers keep it from moving forward. Caitlin Shrimp on the near side. Sends it along, and now striding is Morgan Hansen. No, excuse me, that's Emma Halverson. Halverson from deep at the defensive position is now all the way down on offense. Pushes hard. That is out of bounds on the edge. A nice defensive effort from Jensen Roosh to keep it from being a corner kick, but as it is, the Panthers will get a throw in.
Nice work there by Shrimp and Halverson to push the ball down into the Monona Grove zone.
Halverson gets a nice throw in. Sweeney taps it towards center. Shrimp guides the bodies away, but it's knocked into the middle of the field. Rohrer steps up, finds Sweeney. Sweeney, that step over move that works so well for her. Turn and a push forward. Panthers avoid the offsides, but unfortunately that means it rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. It will be taken by MG.
Monona Grove.
61 minutes now on the clock here in the second half. Still nothing at Huntoon Memorial Field. Sophia Wendt, who's been so strong in goal, takes the goal kick. Didn't get as much on it as I think maybe she wanted. Panthers, though, are going to be whistled for a foul there by Chloe Krause.
Pushing the back right in front of the referee, about 10 feet away from the ref.
Hard to
not
get
gonna
away
use-
with that
yeah.
one. And Krause whistled for it. That'll be a free kick for the Silver Eagles.
Free kick, Monona Grove.
Jensen Roosh, the captain, junior defender, to take this one. Roosh puts a charge into it and sends it into the Panther zone. High pop-up kick, guided down by Sweeney, but sent across by MG. Drop back pass, and Sweeney's right there. She turns on that one for Fanning. Broken up by Munns of MG, who's able to send it back in. Sweeney again, just dominant in the middle of the field. But now we get an entry coming off as Malia Moyer, and she's going to take that one. Little bit of hesitation there. I don't know if she thought Sydney McKee was going to rush up and take it, but they talk it out, and Moyer ends up grabbing it. Sends a nice punt along towards midfield. Sweeney just everywhere on this. It's like a little rocket. No matter where she is on the field, she can quickly be to where the ball is. This one knocked out of bounds by Oregon, and the throw in on the far edge will go to MG. There's a nice move. Oh, and unfortunately, the plant foot again slipped out a little bit, goes out of bounds, and the MG throw-in comes. Panthers smothering on top of it. Monona Grove nicely able to turn it around. Send it in a little bit deeper. Sequoia Cruz working, and now Cruz lofts one across, and we've got the first opportunity for MG that looks solid. Defense getting there in time, and the Panthers turn it away. MG looked really good on that one. Charging ahead was Jade Haas, but Hannah Rohrer was able to get in the way. Aggressive tackle from Rohrer there, and she's whistled for the foul against Allison Gibbons. That free kick will go to MG, and they're close enough in. This is a dangerous opportunity. Jensen Roosh to take it. Roosh steps up, lofts the solid ball in. That one's high, but kicked out by the defense. And the Panthers send it all the way out, and it's Caitlin Shrimp. Shrimp has got Fanning. Fanning charging after it. Cleared, though, by the defensive MG. Oh, an outstanding move by the Panthers there, and they get it up to Shrimp on the near side. Here comes Shrimp. She's got Fanning with her. Taps it to Fanning in that corner. Fanning working towards the center now, trying to get open. Sends it to Sweeney. She's knocked down, and it's Rohrer, middle of the field.
Boy, they just knocked Fanning down immediately after she delivered that pass.
That was a fair amount of contact there, I'm not going to lie. Jensen Roosh now settles this one for MG and fires it to midfield.
That was a message sender, I think.
Fair amount of contact there, but the referee lets that one slide. Again, Sweeney just working hard here. Kaylee Sweeney is putting her foot on the ball at every opportunity, and now we do get a whistle for contact against MG, and the Panthers will get a free kick with 64.5 minutes off the clock.
Free kick, Oregon.
Panthers getting set up. 25 minutes left to play. We're still scoreless here in the second half. What a hard shot in by Oregon. Jensen Roosh with an outstanding header for MG to keep it away from the net. Good move by Mara Widensee. Widensee's got a step as she tries to cross it in. She does. McKee challenging, and she actually collides with Sophia Wendt, but Wendt gets there a half a step first and is able to make the stop. Went with a much better punt this time out to midfield. That one actually hit Kaylee Sweeney in the back. She tried for the header. Sydney McKee aggressively moving forward. Hakes it with the forehead. And the Panthers are in business on offense. Drop it forward for Caitlin Shrimp. Shrimp to the outside, finds Fanning. Fanning in the penalty area, working to the middle. Right-handed shot high and just a bit high. Avery Fanning again tries to strike at the crossbar, and she did not miss by much.
Monona Grove, Ashley Rice, and Jordan Mecca.
66 minutes showing. It remains 0-0. The Panthers have sent no fewer than 4 shots over that crossbar and not over it by a whole lot.
Yeah, and Fanning made a nice move to give herself enough clearing to get it to the goal, but just a little bit high. Bring one of those down and it's in.
Went with a low goal kick, but a nice little accelerating headshot from MG keeps it moving. And they tap it along and actually get it all the way behind the Oregon defense. Halverson's going to drop it back for Moyer, and then Moyer rifles it back into midfield. Oregon with the tap, and they'll turn it around here on the near side. Mara Widensee with it. Lifts it along. Ooh, Shrimp misplays it a little bit, and now the move coming from MG. Stopped up immediately by Brooklyn Kane.
Yeah, the MG player was able to get around Caitlin. She was trying to shield, but she wasn't able to do it effectively.
Panthers have it to Sweeney here in the center. Sweeney puts a nice charge into that one. Ball is stopped up by Chloe Krause and sent forward. Panthers hustling after it, trying to get there. Good challenge, keeps it in the zone. Jensen Roosh, oh boy. Jensen Roosh breaks the ankles of the Oregon attacker as she turns around. Panthers are able to send it back though. At midfield is Hannah Rohrer. Rohrer lost one. Sequoia Cruz trying to get there, but it's going to be Halverson first for Oregon. Turns and fires it out of bounds to get her defense in place. We've got substitutes coming. 67:40 showing on the clock.
It's interesting with the 6 o'clock start here tonight. We have the sun right now, just right in there, right in the fans' eyes and our eyes as we call this here. It would be normally it would be an hour. It would have been. This would have been in the first half with the sun this low in the sky.
Yeah, an earlier start today, like you said. Normally we start at 7. Started today at 6. Now we've got about 22 minutes left in regulation. We're tied at 0. Header off of Oregon out of bounds, and we'll get another throw in from Haley Munns. Haley Munns, an aggressive throw in, headed out nicely by the Panthers, but MG holds. Munns now crosses this one towards the net, and Moyer's going to have to come out and grab it. Munns with some good power off the left foot, got a bend into it. Not able to strike it quite hard enough, and Moyer makes a solid save. Panthers with a solid lift there off the punt. Collisions at midfield, but it's MG that comes up with it. That pass too strong, and now it's Alexis Kane on the near side. Good job by Kane to hold this one in. Panthers continue with it. Move it along. Widensee stepping against Roosh. Double challengers here. They force it over to Munns near side. Munns puts it out of bounds off of Alexis Kane, and quickly MG will try and keep it going. Loft a high one. Halverson stops it up, but it's sent right back in, and there's Cruz. A header from McKee. And it's Kane to clear it to midfield. MG starting to build some things here on offense.
You're definitely coming with a rush.
They're going to tap this one all the way back to Wendt, and Wendt actually is just going to be forced to kick it out of play. That'll let the Panthers step up and get a nice throw in from deep here in the MG zone. Crossing up as they try and get hold of this one. Good play by MG, sends it out towards the middle for Hannah Rohrer. There's a good tap, and here's Mara Widensee. She's got an open look with that left foot. Tries to cut around, loses her edge, and goes down, and here's Jensen Roosh. The captain is stopped by Hannah Rohrer. Hannah Rohrer with a great play to keep Roosh from accelerating. Roosh, though, now to take the throw in. Solid header into the middle of the field by the Silver Eagles. Kaylee Sweeney is there, and she turns on it and fires it down. Nice pop-up header from Bree Sauer of the Panthers. Turned around, out of bounds by MG. Throw in near midfield for Oregon.
Now in for Oregon, Ellen Legler and Jenna Bennett.
Subs checking in for Oregon, and now the throw in comes. Oh, here come the Panthers as they send it along. Defense able to get there and chip it out of bounds to the Oregon bench. Panthers with another deep throw in opportunity, over 71 minutes gone. Toward the middle of the field, and there is the MG defense. Stopped up right at midfield. Sydney McKee taking a step on Sequoia Cruz. McKee running with it. Good stop-up step. Kicks it off of Cruz and out of bounds. Sydney McKee, an aggressive attack from her defensive position, and she'll take this throw in. Directing traffic here, letting her teammates know where she wants them. Now drops it in. Jensen Roosh steps up and takes it away. Sweeney on the far side. Sweeney still battling on that far side, trying to get this one going the right way. Can't get the step over move. Good defense from the Silver Eagles. Ball right at midfield, and now Sweeney able to send it along. It's off of McKee, but out of bounds. And it'll be an MG throw-in.
He stayed up towards the offensive end on that time. Perhaps to try to generate something.
Hard throw-in from Monona Grove. They're able to get it across the midfield line. The Panthers leave it back for Alexis Kane. Kane to the running Jenna Stats.
Abby Tortola.
Stats with a great entry pass here, and here come the Panthers. It's Bree Sauer. Sauer challenged from behind. That one out of bounds. And the throw-in will go to Monona Grove. Haley Munns to take it. Panthers up aggressively, wanting to get after this ball. High throw-in towards Kane, off her head, out of bounds. And MG will step up for another throw. Inside of 17 minutes to play, we remain scoreless. There we go, we've got a centering pass and a nice move along here. Bree Sauer can't get there in time, and Jensen Roosh to midfield. Kane there, she's gonna let it go out of play and take a quick throw in. Working on that throw in, the Panthers putting pressure on. They force MG to turn it over.
2 MG players came right to the ball to make it.
Yep, Malia J. Jeets guilty of sending that one along. Now Alexis Kane lifts near side and out of bounds once more. Another throw in for the Silver Eagles. Good play with the chest by MG, and they're able to turn this one around. A couple of nice moves from Ashley Price, but the ball eventually gets away from her, and the Panthers D turns it hard. Haley Munns, a great header there. They send it back to the middle of the field for Metcalf. Metcalf near side, she's around Kane. Still being pressured as she goes to the corner. She's able to center that one in very nicely. Moyer can't get the hands on. It's off the tips of her fingers and into the goal. What a strike from number 9, Jordan Metcalf, the senior, her second goal of the season, and she breaks this game open. It is 1-0 Silver Eagles with 74-24 on the board.
Just exactly what you don't want to have happen. It scares you, you know, on a break like that. Moyer made a nice play on that ball, too. She went back, but I think she collided with somebody behind her and then lost the ball. And it's unfortunate, but we got 15 and a half minutes yet to come back and even this up and hopefully get the winning goal as well.
We talked about it in reference to MG. But Malia Moyer as well, not the tallest player, and they go very high on her and are able to get it by. Throw-in works into the middle of the field, and the Panthers have it. It's Kane. Kane sends it along. That ball is out of play, and we're going to get a goal kick for MG with just inside of 15 minutes to go.
Monona Grove.
So now the Panthers got to gather themselves with a sense of urgency and come back after this. We've certainly dominated the possession, had better opportunities overall to get one in the goal. So now we just have to focus in and go after it.
Nice hold by Katie Isley. Aggressive play in the middle of the field there. Sends it back to the defensive line, and it's taken by Brooklyn Kane. That pass rattles around, sent along by MG. Kane, a great ninja kick out of the midair there. Bree Sauer fighting, overruns it a little bit. MG able to send it to midfield. Alexis Kane this time on the near side. Kane being challenged. What a nice move around, and here's Alexis Kane to chip it along. Gets that one in to Ellen Legler. Out of bounds off of MG. Throw-in coming from Alexis Kane of Oregon. Bree Sauer taps it ahead, but it's going to be taken by the defense of the Silver Eagles. Panthers defense is way up now. Here's Kane. Nice play with the ball, and Kane drops it back. Somewhat ill-advisedly. Halverson having to challenge. She gets knocked down, and pushing it forward is Ashley Price. Price knocked off it as McKee lines up a strike. Turn and fire all the way back into the MG zone. Panthers pushing. Get a little bit of a block, but Munn's able to put the left foot on. More good defensive play from Oregon, and they keep it going. 76:45 on the clock. Ball to midfield, and nobody there but Hannah Rohrer, and she'll take it. Rohrer sends it long. Here come the Panthers. They drop one forward, and they've got a chance here. Turn it around. Look to get it open. Nice stop by the defense, but a good challenge keeps it in. Jensen Roosh there. Katie Isley gives her a little space and tries to challenge this one. It's Brooklyn Kane on that far edge. Kane swings over the top, but sticks with the ball. Battling hard, and that's out of bounds off MG. We'll get a throw in from the Panthers after a substitution.
Now in for Monona Grove, Kiana Regal Stair. And in for Oregon, Kaylee Sweeney and Cassie Cluck.
Just over 12 minutes to play as the throw-in comes for the Panthers. Try and work it around. Lots of MG jerseys in there, and they kick it toward the middle of the field. Hannah Rohrer looking to stop it up. Rohrer sends it near side. Panthers hold there. That pass going to be picked off by MG. It's Price once more. She's being shadowed away by Legler. And Legler is fouled by Jordan Metcalf. Panthers will take the free kick. They get right up. It's Cassie Cluck to fire this one. Nice header by Kaylee Sweeney. Trying to find her way to the ball is Isley. Comes back towards Sweeney. Here's Legler. Legler around the defense. Moves, tries to get it to Isley. It's broken up, though, that time by Davis Trawler. Out of bounds for a goal kick. Boy, the Panthers have gotten awfully close on these goal kick chances they've had so far. It looks like it's going to be Hannah Rohrer to take this one with about 11 minutes to play.
Oregon, taken by Hannah Rohrer.
Rohrer, a nice high ball to the deep end. A header comes towards the net, and it's in! Hannah Rohrer delivers a great crossing pass, and it's Brooklyn Kane lays the head on and ties us at 1.
They looked, the defense looked toward McKee. It went past McKee, and Kane was able to knock it in. A nice header, nice pass. Way to take advantage of that opportunity. 11 minutes to go.
The set play finally works for the Panthers. They find their way past Sophia Wendt, who has been outstanding in net so far. And with 11 minutes and 55 seconds to play, the Panthers tie it up at 1 in the second half. Good breakup, and the Panthers have a chance to push here. They keep fighting on this ball, and Isley taps it along. It's going to be Macy Cox. Cox working on Munns towards the center. Isley stepping in, and she drops it back to Cluck. Cluck is challenged, though, and it's taken away by Jordan Metcalf. Metcalf too strong, and Halverson around the corner and holds on. Offsides against MG. Great defensive play from Halverson. Jordan Metcalf had the strike that got MG on the board. Halverson keeps her away from the net. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this game. Panthers tied at 1 with MG thanks to a header from Brooklyn Kane off a Hannah Rohrer corner kick. Oh, Kaylee Sweeney with a great drop into the middle there. Taps it off a defender, but sticks with the ball. Drops it back for the defense. It's Brooklyn Kane, and they keep it moving. Avery Fanning sends it ahead. Drop back for Isley in the center of the field. Now Sweeney. Sweeney working near side. Gives it ahead to Macy Cox. Cox all the way to the corner, looking to take an angle on this. Lifts one towards the net, but behind it. Hits the side netting out of bounds, and it's a goal kick.
Boy, we couldn't have picked a better game for the start of live streaming here tonight.
I should say so. An outstanding effort from both of these teams. Great to see the Panthers come back, deal with some adversity here, and deal with it well. Sophia went to take this goal kick for the Silver Eagles, and we are not done yet. 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Sweeney in the center of the field. Back to Cluck. Cluck chips it along, but that might spin out of bounds. It does. Throw in coming for the Silver Eagles. Munz's throw-in goes towards a teammate, and it's knocked along. What a job by both of these teams here. Halverson stepping in front at midfield. She moves up from the defensive position. She's going to run with this one. Moves past the referee. She's got some open room with the left leg. Fires a strike, but it's blocked up by Munz. Sticks with it into the center of the field. Still more open room. She taps it to Brooklyn Kane on the far side. Kane into Avery Fanning. Fanning wanting to cross in. She does. It's into the middle of the field for Sweeney and knocked away by Munz. Still near side, MG holding. Battling with it, and Fanning takes it away, gets an open look. That one hard off Jensen Roosh and out of bounds. Roosh, a nice job to get in the way, but the Panthers get a throw in.
Nice work, though, by the Panthers to switch the sides of the field, move the ball around, forces the defense to look around and work harder.
Brooklyn Kane's throw-in is knocked out by MG once more. Another throw-in coming. They find Isley. Isley's going to get to the end line in time. No, she will not. Goal kick on the out of bounds for MG. 82-12 on the clock. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. We are tied at 1 here at Huntoon Memorial Field. A Badger South Conference matchup between the visiting Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the home team Oregon Panthers. Thanks so much for joining us here on OCAmedia. As Guy mentioned, our first live stream of the soccer season. We hope you're enjoying that we're able to provide for you. Off the goal kick, it's right out of bounds off of MG, and the Panthers get a much-needed turnover. Time ticking away. They want to try and win this one.
Well, the Panthers did not score in the second half against Watertown, nor in the first half of this game either. So now that the goal's been broken, we come across.
That's a foul against MG, and the Panthers get a huge free kick opportunity here. Emma Halverson will take this one from right in front of her bench with just inside of 7 minutes to play. Halverson winds up with the left foot, sends it right towards the net, just misses on the left side post. She beat Sophia Wendt. Wendt was in no position to make that stop, but it goes just wide on the near post. Goal kick for MG.
We had a couple of opportunities to get ahead on it too, just above. So that was really good. A great opportunity there.
Monona Grove, Anna Benitez.
Wendt sends a low liner along, and this is going to give the Panthers a chance here, taking it Macy Cox. Cox sends one towards Sweeney. Sweeney's got an opportunity, sends to the centerman. It's loose in front there. It's tapped past the goalie. Can they turn? Fanning looking to turn, fire, sends it across. Sweeney too high, and she skies it over the crossbar. Oh, boy. They had Sophia Wendt on the ground and out of position, but just couldn't quite get it done. A great pass from Fanning to Sweeney, but Sweeney skies it over the crossbar.
Goal kick, Monona Grove.
Jensen Roosh will take this goal kick. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. We are tied at 1 in the second half. Roosh, a low liner. Blocked up by Isley. Getting around the defense, trying to is Sweeney, but getting there first is Davis Trawler. Trawler to the near side edge. Cox is able to get there. Sweeney stops it up. And Davis Trawler out of bounds. Throw in for the Panthers. Aggressive throw in, and they send it right towards the penalty area. Isley stepping to it. She drops it back for Cassie Cluck. Cluck lifts a nice burner in there. It's curving toward the net. Sophia Wendt able to get in front of it with 5 minutes left to play.
Feet, blue, quicker feet.
And Roosh defended Fanning. She made sure she shielded Fanning, kept her away from the ball.
Good aggressive body work there. Panthers stop up the goal kick, and now here's Macy Cox in a foot race for this ball. She gets there, and she gets around the defender Munz. Cox centers it, great block by Jensen Roosh, and out of bounds. Oh man, Macy Cox with an outstanding run. Jensen Roosh, the only thing standing between them and a perfectly centered ball.
Need to get a little more air under it.
That one's out of bounds off MG as well, and stepping up to take the throw in is Emma Halverson. Halverson, a hard throw in. Cox is going to have to chase to the end line. Jensen Roosh gets there first. She wants to stop it. That one will be out of bounds off Cox, and a goal kick coming. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Plenty of time for one more rush.
You don't need a whole lot. And the ball has been on the MG side for quite a while here. Sophia Wentz steps up to it. It's a little more air under this one. Works its way towards the midfield line, and a nice move by MG keeps it going across. Sydney McKee, though, right there and jacks it back across, and that one tipped wrong way. Cox and Roosh in a foot race. Roosh gets there first and sends it out of play. Panthers to throw it in, moving up quickly. Macy Cox drops that one to Katie Isley. Broken up and taken away from Isley. Nice stop, though, by Sweeney. Isley on it again at the corner of the penalty area. Aggressive move from Cassie Cluck, and that one will go to the Panthers. Great job from her defensive spot. She finds Cox near side with the throw-in. Munns throws it past Cox out of bounds, and a throw-in will come again for the Panthers as we get another sub. 3 minutes to play in the second half. Tied at 1 here at Huntoon Memorial Field. Munns gets in front of that one and takes it out of play. Again, the throw-in to come from Cluck. Tap back, and it'll be Sweeney in the corner. Knocked out of bounds once more. 2.5 minutes to play.
This is where the ball attendants become valuable.
Absolutely. Caitlin Shrimp with a nice move. Finds Isley in the middle. Isley moves away from the defense to Cluck near side. Cluck has it stripped away, and it's Larissa Molstad taking that one out, but grabbed quickly by Shrimp and sent back now to Emma Halverson. Halverson moving up on it. It's knocked out, but Brooklyn Kane plays it ahead. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go, and here comes Avery Fanning, fastest player on this Panther squad. She's past the defense, sends it into center, but her intended target slipped down, and it's moved to Gabrielle Arnold. Gabrielle Arnold moving up that far edge for the Silver Eagles. Her clearing attempt is blocked by Brooklyn Kane. Kane putting some hard pressure on, but it's out of bounds off Oregon. Throw in for the Silver Eagles. Minute 45 to go. Substitutes coming. 74-24, it was Jordan Metcalf of the Silver Eagles that struck from the near side corner off the fingertips of Malia Moyer. But at 79:05, the Panthers answered on a corner kick. Hannah Rohrer sent it in, and Brooklyn Kane with the head was able to get the goal. Ball remains at midfield here with 1:20 to play. Nice move by MG. They sent that one in deep. Panthers, though, play it. A little dangerous move, but they're able to clear it towards midfield. Caitlin Shrimp stepping up. Shrimp's got a 3-on-3 here. She can win this foot race. An aggressive bit of contact, and that's going to be a free kick for the Panthers. Panthers moving up aggressively. You can hear the crowd getting into it. Inside of 1 minute to play. It's going to be Emma Halverson. Oh, Cassie Cluck, excuse me. Cluck near side moves it to Shrimp. Shrimp is around the defense. Looks to send a cross in. She does. Broken up by defense, but stopped up. Here's Halverson. Halverson with a left-footed strike. It's too tall once again. That one well over the net. And 30 seconds to go. We'll get a goal kick from MG. And I think MG might be satisfied to just take this one in as a tie.
Yeah, I think Wentz going to take a little bit of time here.
Yep, 45 seconds, so only 15 seconds to play here. Sophia Wentz sets it up. Still tied at 1. Drops the hand. Low liner. Past the Oregon. Here's Hannah Rohrer. And that will do it as it works its way to midfield. And we get the final whistle from the referee. After 90 minutes and 2 halves, it will conclude as a tie. Oregon 1 and Monona Grove 1 in this Badger South Conference effort. What a game from both of these teams.
It's a very good game. Very good game to watch. Nice to watch for our first live streaming. I can't help but be a little bit disappointed. We had some opportunities that just went by the wayside here today.
You have to give huge credit to Sophia Wendt, the goaltender for these Monona Grove Silver Eagles. She played outstanding, particularly in the first half. She had some stops that I don't think most goaltenders at this level are going to make, and it really kept them in this game.
Yeah, she did a really good job. It was a fun game to do. Next game is Waukesha West on Tuesday night. Will be one big challenge for the Panthers to see what comes of that. Waukesha West is, last I checked, 4th ranked in the state rankings, with the Panthers 5th, I believe.
Yep, Waukesha, no slouch, certainly a very solid team. These Panthers tomorrow are at Janesville Craig. That's a 10 a.m. game. Monday, they're at Mount Horeb, a 7 p.m. start. And then our next game, as Guy mentioned, will be Tuesday here at Huntoon Field, taking on visiting Waukesha West at 6:30 p.m. Central. So again, if you're just joining us, folks, the Panthers and MG finish in a tie 1-1 here at Huntoon Memorial Field. A great matchup between two great teams. Thanks so much for joining us, whether you're on the live stream or you're watching us later here on OCAmedia. For my cameraman and producer, Ben, my partner, Guy Pearson, my name is Zach Seeloff, saying so long, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, most likely, yeah.